This video presents a deeply serious and emotional moment centered around the sentencing of Ambrosio Cabrera, a young man involved in a case concerning the possession and sharing of explicit material involving child abuse. The footage captures not only the legal outcome, but also the human emotions, personal struggles, and moral weight surrounding the situation. At the beginning, the focus is on the defense side, where Cabrera's mother speaks with visible pain and concern. She describes her son as someone who made a poor decision out of curiosity rather than malicious intent, and she pleads for leniency. Her testimony reflects the perspective of a parent who sees her child beyond his actions, emphasizing his character, his youth, and the hope that he can learn from his mistake and rebuild his life. This moment brings a strong emotional layer to the hearing, showing how such cases affect not just the accused, but also their families. Cabrera himself then speaks, expressing shame and regret for what he has done. He acknowledges his actions and admits that he should have sought help earlier. He explains that fear, social stigma, and financial limitations prevented him from getting the treatment he may have needed. His statement highlights an internal struggle, knowing something is wrong but being too afraid or unable to take the right steps to address it. This part of the video gives insight into his mindset and attempts to show remorse and accountability. In contrast, the prosecution focuses on the seriousness of the offense and its wider impact. It is emphasized that the material involved very young children and that every act of viewing or sharing such content contributes to ongoing harm. The argument stresses that these are not victimless actions, each image or video represents real suffering, and engaging with such material continues the cycle of exploitation. This perspective shifts the focus from the individual circumstances of the defendant to the broader consequences of the crime. As the hearing progresses, the tension between these viewpoints becomes clear: on one side, a narrative of regret and the possibility of change, and on the other, the undeniable severity of the harm caused. The final outcome reflects the weight given to the seriousness of the offense. Overall, the video serves as a powerful reminder of accountability, the long-lasting impact of such actions, and the importance of addressing harmful behavior before it leads to irreversible consequences.
Yes, Your Honor.
Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report, State?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense? Any objections?
No judge.
No, Judge.
All right, State, do you have any witnesses?
State has no witnesses.
Defense?
Yes, Judge.
Any witnesses?
You do.
The truth so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record, please.
Laura Garcia.
All right, you may proceed.
Ms. Garcia, tell the judge how you know Ambrosio,
Ambrosio is my son.
okay, and you know that he has applied for probation, but the state's opposed to that application, and you're here to ask the judge to grant that probation. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And what would you like her to know about Ambrosio?
That he stands that he did wrong and that he's willing to get the help he needs and take whatever proceedings the judge asks of him.
All right, I'm sorry. If we could go off the record for a moment. So when I'm reviewing the TAP evaluation in the pre-sentence investigation report, it has attached to it as a plea bargain agreement, a cap of 5 years. I don't think that belongs with this.
No, Judge.
No, Judge, that's not it.
So with regards to the plea bargain page that's attached to the pre-sentence investigation report, do both parties agree that that is incorrect?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So according to the plea bargaining agreement, in this case, what the court has is you all have agreed to a cap of 10 in the prison. There's a $5,000 fine. The state is opposed to the application for deferred adjudication. Is that correct?
Yes,
All right. I'm sorry for interrupting. You may proceed, counsel.
How do you think this happened with Ambrosio?
He just happens to do wrong, and best thing I can say is that he was in the wrong side at the wrong time, and I guess he just caught up to him.
When we spoke beforehand, you had said something about you believe that curiosity was involved.
Yes.
Okay. And we think that got the better of him at that time.
Yes, he did.
And are you willing to support him, help him in any way you can if the judge was to grant him probation?
Yes, sir.
Ambrosio did have a job when he was arrested, is that right?
Yes,
And he had had that job, I think, either right before or right after graduating high school, is that right?
yes,
And of course, he lost that employment as part of his, after he got arrested.
yes.
Are you concerned about if the judge is granted probation, are you concerned about him being able to get a job and pay this $5,000 fine that they're asking for?
Money wise, yes, the job, I know he could do that.
I don't have any other questions. I don't know, Ms. Brown.
All right, any questions?
Just very briefly. And it's Miss Garcia.
Yes, sir.
Just gonna ask you a couple of questions. Do you understand the charges that your son has pled to?
Yes,
And you understand this wasn't just one image or just accessing a website. This was him actually possessing multiple images of child pornography. Do you understand that?
yes,
Do you think it's important that he takes full accountability and doesn't diminish what he did?
yes.
That's the next one.
Any further judges?
All right, thank you so much for coming in and giving me some insight into yourself. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other witnesses, counsel?
Mr. Cabrera.
Sir? Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Ambrosio Cabrera.
All right, defense, you may proceed.
Ambrosio, did you graduate high school, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and where did you used to work?
Right before my arrest, I worked at a place called Bear Foundation Repair,
And what
but I
kind-
had some other jobs for that.
And had you ever had trouble finding a job before that?
There have been instances, but I got a job at the end of it.
I think in the PSI, there's a reference to the officer who did your interview asking why you hadn't sought any kind of treatment. And you and I talked about that. What would you like the judge to know about why that hadn't commenced or why you hadn't received that?
Judge, when the probation officer asked me why I hadn't received treatment, I told him that treatment, psychiatric help costs money, and ashamed as I am, I was afraid to even leave my house to go to the front yard to even take out the trash. And
Why, well, tell the judge why you felt that was.
I was ashamed, ashamed for my actions, and my neighbors, they saw everything and saw that my house was, they did, I had a search warrant for my house and I was ashamed to have my neighbors see me, but regarding not getting treatment costs money, and it's even harder for me to even ask for a job.
That because you know they're gonna see your background, is that what you mean?
That they would see my background from the background check, that afraid for my safety, that perhaps coworkers might find out about my charges. And I would say that if I wish that I had hope that I can have counseling to ask about things regarding getting a job.
And you agree that you should have some counseling?
Yes.
Now you never had an inappropriate relationship, did you?
No, sir.
Okay, so you just possessed images
Yes, sir.
In conclusion, this video leaves a strong and lasting impression by bringing attention to the serious consequences of personal choices and the responsibility that comes with them. It shows how one decision, even if initially seen as small or driven by curiosity, can quickly escalate into something much more harmful with long-term effects. The emotions displayed throughout, ranging from regret and shame to concern and disappointment, highlight that situations like this extend far beyond one individual and deeply impact families and others connected to them. The video also underscores the importance of awareness and self-control, especially in situations where actions can harm vulnerable individuals. It makes it clear that ignoring warning signs or delaying the decision to seek help can lead to irreversible outcomes. Fear, social stigma, or financial challenges may feel like barriers, but the video suggests that avoiding help often makes the situation worse over time. At the same time, it delivers a broader message about accountability. Actions that involve the suffering of others carry serious weight, and it is important to understand the real-world impact behind them. The content reminds viewers that harmful behavior is not isolated, it contributes to ongoing damage and affects real lives in profound ways. Overall, the video encourages reflection and awareness. It serves as a reminder to make responsible choices, to seek help when needed, and to think carefully about the consequences of one's actions. In the end, it leaves viewers with an important message: understanding right from wrong is not enough, taking action at the right time is what truly matters.